If your main goal is to build a wide, powerful back, pounding out high-rep sets of pull-ups is one of the worst things you can do. Let's look at James. James could do 15 clean, dead hang pull-ups in a single set. He did them every single back day, chasing that burning, exhausted feeling, fully expecting his lats to explode with growth. But after a full year of this, he noticed something bizarre. His forearms were thick, his biceps were constantly sore, and his upper traps were overdeveloped, but his back still looked completely narrow and flat from behind. James had fallen into a massive psychological trap. He was confusing the ability to move his body from point A to point B with the actual stimulus required to trigger muscle hypertrophy. What James didn't understand, and what keeps thousands of lifters stuck with a narrow physique, is that the human body is a survival machine, not a muscle-building machine. When you hang from a bar and try to force out 12, 15, or 20 reps, your brain does not care about your lats. It cares about efficiency. As fatigue sets in after the first 6 or 7 repetitions, your nervous system automatically begins shifting the mechanical load away from your lats and onto your smaller, highly resilient secondary movers like the biceps, brachioradialis, and teres major. You finish the set feeling completely exhausted, but your lats barely received any growth signal at all. To unlock a truly wide V-taper back, you have to stop chasing numbers and shift your strategy entirely to high-intensity mechanical tension. The lats are large, powerful muscles with highly responsive fast-twitch muscle fibers. These fibers don't care about the metabolic burn of high reps. They respond to heavy, controlled loads within a specific repetition window of 6 to 10 reps. If you can easily do more than 10 bodyweight pull-ups, stop doing them for high reps. Instead, clip a weight plate to a dip belt. By adding external load, you force the lats to recruit those high-threshold muscle fibers right from the very first rep, triggering actual tissue growth rather than just building muscular endurance. But adding weight is only effective if you eliminate the second hidden culprit sabotaging your back width: the dead hang momentum leak. Watch someone do high-rep pull-ups, and you will see them drop down fast, bounce at the bottom, and use that elastic energy to propel themselves back up. While this helps you hit a higher rep count, it completely bypasses the most critical phase of back development. The lats are at their highest level of mechanical tension when they are fully stretched at the bottom of the movement. When you bounce, you steal that work from the muscle. To fix this, you must implement a strict 1-second pause at the absolute bottom of every single rep. Decompress your spine, let your lats fully stretch under control, and then drive your elbows down to initiate the lift. This completely eliminates momentum and forces your back to bear the absolute brunt of the load. Finally, even with added weight and perfect pauses, you will never build a wide back if you keep pulling with your hands. Most lifters grip the bar like a vice and focus entirely on pulling their chin over the bar. This mental cue overactivates the biceps and forearms, turning your back day into an accidental arm workout. To bypass this, you need a critical psychological shift. Treat your hands merely as hooks. Instead of pulling your body up, focus entirely on driving your elbows down into your back pockets. Imagine trying to break the bar in half by pulling your elbows outward and downward. This subtle change in cueing completely alters the mechanics of the movement, instantly isolating the lower lat insertions and creating that wide, sweeping aesthetic look. By abandoning the high-rep endurance trap and shifting to heavy, low-rep weighted progressions, dead-stop pauses, and an elbow-driven execution, you stop chasing meaningless numbers and start forcing genuine muscle hypertrophy. You lift the handbrake off your genetic potential, stop wasting energy on your arms, and finally trigger the deep structural growth required to build a wide, commanding back.